And welcome back. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to use arrays using the Witty library. This is real simple. I know some people have a hard time grasping, what exactly is an array. How does it use? How do you access the values in an array? But I'll try to make it as simple as possible. And if you already know what an array is, just follow along anyway so you can see how we actually can output values onto the browser using Witty. And you can use it more than just for just outputting values. You can use it for storage as well if you choose to do so. But what I've set up so far is an array. Starts with the actual type, and I went ahead and made it a type char, or a char pointer, and it's basically a string, a fixed string, and it has 12 elements in it, and you have to give it a value. In this case, we just made it 12. And just so you know, in C++, in a regular type of array, that value has to be fixed. It cannot be dynamic. So if you decide to enter a value in like a text box, or if you used a console program and you wanted to put in the value of like 6 and wanted to use that value of 6 or 4 or 2 for the value of the size of the array, you cannot do that because the array has to be of a fixed size. So just keep that in mind. A constant would be a good thing to do, but if you just try to do like a value that'll change, you cannot do that just for a regular array in C++. And as you can see, I have an array called dozen eggs. Basically, it's a dozen eggs, has 12 values. You have egg 1 through egg 12. And we went ahead and just created our application, set the title, create our greeting, and then we just outputted some values here. And we said the first element in our array is, and then we went ahead and actually outputted the actual value. And in this case, we added another widget text or another literal, and all it's doing is outputting the value in the array. So you can see here we have a paragraph right here, and then the argument that's passed into our string is called dozen eggs at index of 0. Now arrays start at an index of 0, and let's just say you had a 6 value array, or 6 elements in an array. It would start from 0 and end with 5. If you had 12 values like we do here, it would start with 0 and end with 11. And that's just the way it's done in C++. In other languages, it might start with 1, but in C++, the index starts at 0. So in this case, the first element would be dozen eggs at index of 0, and that would output egg 1. And then we wanted to get the fifth element, so we did the same thing. We did a new W text to output this to the browser, and the element we're trying to get to this time is the fifth element. And again, it has to be of index type 4 because again, the index starts at 0 in an array. And to get the last element, the 12th element, again, the index would have to be 11. And that's basically it. That's how you get access to elements in an array using C++. And to display it onto the screen using Witty, I just used, again, a Witty text object or literal, and we gave it a string, a Witty string, and each of these has a paragraph tag, so it can be separated so we can see it a little bit better. And remember, you can use HTML tags when you use a Witty text object. And so all we're doing again is just displaying the values of the array onto the screen. Let me see. Let me see if I can close up the current project they have running. And this should already be built. Let's see. Yes, it is. And if I do a refresh, well, I didn't have to do it that time. And as you can see, the first element in our array is egg 1, fifth element, egg 5, 12th element, egg 12. Pretty simple. And that's a quick short tutorial on how you can use arrays and how you can actually display them onto the browser. Again, you don't have to use arrays just for outputting the values. You can use it for storage if you wanted to. And we might see some more examples of that as we go along in these tutorials. Well, that's it for this tutorial. Have a good day.